Afrobeats has become a global phenomenon, and it's among the fastest growing genres being recognized on a global stage. With the advancements of social media and technology providing access to more audiences worldwide, London has been a key location in connecting the wider African diaspora and its Afrobeats resurgence. In this talk, we join some of the dance artists that pioneered the London scene from its genesis into the age of the influencer. Hi guys, my name is Patience J Choreography. I am one half of GOP Dancers. I have been dancing in the industry for over 15 years. Fun fact about myself is I can eat chicken and black bean sauce all day, every day.
Hi, my name is Fumy Opeyemi. I am half of GOP. I've been dancing for the past 12 years. I actually started as a dance teacher. I was so scared at first. And then from there, I started working with artists and working with Patience, my dance partner. Fun facts about me, I love dancing. Dance is my thing. Eat, sleep, breathe. I was dancing actually when I was pregnant. I danced all the way through my pregnancy.
Yes, people, I am Uncle TC, one half of Homebros.
Yes, people, greetings. This is Kurtyswift, one half of Homebros.
I've been dancing professionally for 17 years now, in the Afro industry, about 12 years. A fun fact about myself is I love to play basketball. It was a passion of mine to go into basketball professionally instead of dance, but God said, do dance instead.
Been dancing now since 2005. Fun fact about me, I was a teacher for 8 years in secondary school. So,
Yo, what's poppin'? It's Johnny, one of the Home Fam Collective. I've been dancing professionally for about 6 years. One fun fact about me, I studied physics, not tied in with dance at all.
Hey guys, my name is Ezinne Asinugo-Onyeka. I am one of the founding members of CEO Dancers. Have been in the industry for the past 13 years. A fun fact about me is that when I was younger, the police came to my house after I've had a fight to congratulate me for doing well and defending myself.
some good. Adi.
Myself?
It might be a little bit quiet. Adi.
That's mine.
Sue.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Campbell.
It's
Okay. Johnny?
I'll just yeba.
Yeba.
Hey, kiss that.
No, that was me. That was me.
Hey.
Which hood are you?
That's a lie. That's a lie. Copy.
Yeba. Wait, huh?
No.
Wait. It's gone. Flex. Come on. Do you mind? It was me. Wow.
Plantation Boys.
Oh, Plantation Boys. CEO Dancers, Britain's Got Talent. Go. Yeah, go.
How can she be at your own? Wow.
No.
Burna Boy, Wizkid.
Burna Boy, Thames.
Yeba. Burna Boy, Ashake.
Burna Boy, Ira Star, and Rema.
I knew it. Oh my days.
Come.
Wait. You're looking at me.
And to my point, I could have won that.
Enjoy.
What year Did you start dancing Afro styles professionally? Statements only.
It's the way she said professionally. What we gonna do is all that. She said professionally.
This is my professional voice.
Let's start with Johnny because I'm actually interested.
Oh, that might be like 2017 then.
Okay.
2017. I was thinking of commercial work, as in like working with brands and stuff. 2017, I'll say.
2017.
Brand ambassador.
2017. Okay. Yours 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
George?
2012.
2012. Fooms?
Ours was 2011.
2011. Okay, cool. Foomies answered for me, 2011. Yeah.
At that time, who/what inspired you to be in the scene?
In the Afro scene.
Thank you.
At that time, 2012, the scene was still building. So it wasn't fully, what's the word, set yet. So I feel like we did a video on YouTube, Dance to Column by Bookback and Sarkodie, You Will Kill Me. It went viral, and then from there we were kind of introduced to the scene by getting booked off of that video. So
Who made you do that video? Like, what inspired you?
So for the video, I would say initially being at Ghana Point Park the year beforehand, in 2011, and seeing people start slowly trying to do horizontal in the field, I was a bit like, okay, what's this?
Was that your first experience?
In terms of hearing the tracks and seeing movement to the tracks in a certain way, yeah. 2011 was the first time I saw Ghanaians doing horizontal in an event setting when Sarkodie came on. And then the first video I saw would have been, I think, Kwan's Flavor, E-Man and Chief in the Penthouse horizontal video that they put on YouTube. That video is what led to, our video. So that's end of 2011. We first filmed. It kind of came out a bit rubbish, so we had to film it again. In 2012. Yeah, we filmed 2011 and then went again in 2012.
Okay.
So yeah, that's probably what
Very nice.
set that kind of flame.
Okay, Fooms?
I think what inspired us was when
You, speak for you.
Hey, you speak for you.
What inspired us to speak for you?
That's it. You, okay, go on. Let me, I'm interested in.
It was seeing, actually, I would say seeing Kathy.
Okay.
Okay,
Kathy, how she just took over the dance, the Afro scene, and also having to be from Nigeria as well, and seeing a woman being in charge, you know, taking control choreography wise and everything with the artists, and she just inspired me, going, wow, if she can do it, I should be able to try and do it as well.
I'll touch on that. I'll say, funnily enough, because I didn't know Kathy as a dancer. I just saw that video and thought, oh my God, everybody's really good.
video?
Everyone can dance. The same with Roll It.
Roll It,
Roll It, yeah.
Roll It, yeah. Roll It,
Yeah. So I was like, that P-Square video was like,
No, I don't remember. But what she just did there.
Actually,
after the dance, I
free choreo, you know.
I'm sorry.
Free choreo, my guy.
Period. Put some money on me. Anyways, but yeah, it was that video for me. But I didn't really like specifically pick the dancers out. It was more like, oh my God, P-Square, yeah. But they were doing some bootleg street dance back then. But I loved the whole aesthetic.
No, it's not their fault. It's not their fault.
But you know, I love the whole aesthetic of it, and the girls were giving in that video. So I saw it as a group, and for me, it was more like, oh my God, I want to tap into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Johnny?
Yeah, so for me, can't lie, my inspirations are sat right here. So
Come on.
no, generally speaking, yo, listen, guys. No, generally speaking, I want you to understand, like around that time, use lots videos were just everywhere and stuff. So like for me, social media played a big part, like just in terms of like seeing what the scene was about and stuff. Like all I was seeing in terms of like Afro was all of you guys and stuff. In particular, you two, TC and K. So obviously, I remember like around 2017, we had like a back because I was in uni. So we had a time where obviously TC had come up because he was judging like this is actually funny enough how I met him. He came up to judge like a battle event or whatever, and like he was kind of seeing what we were about, kind of up there in the Midlands.
So how old were you?
I was 17. Do the maths, 21.
Okay.
Yeah. 21. So yeah, like he had come up obviously, and like he'd kind of seen what we were doing out there in terms of like just dancing kind of just for fun and stuff, but seeing that obviously we had a drive and a hunger and stuff like that, and invited us to kind of come down to Homebrewers when we came back to London to train a bit more and stuff. And when I say us, it was me and my friend Richie that were up in Leicester.
Sales.
So yeah, like yeah, just kind of just seeing you guys' work was inspiring, and seeing the work rate and seeing what you guys have curated in London. It's like I wanted to be a part of that story, if that makes sense. And obviously, because I resonated just with African music, African dance, because it's a part of the culture, like for me, it just felt like, it felt very natural to kind of just come into London and just integrate myself in what was happening, if that makes sense.
Sick.
So they took you in under their wings.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh. Like, yeah, it was smooth, it was nice.
Yeah,
it felt good.
We're there inside.
Energy. Okay.
You say that energy.
Yeah.
Guilty.
So in terms of mine, very similar to TC's, slightly different because I felt like I was firstly inspired very early. However, I just didn't take it up. I was inspired by the likes of, when I was young, I was watching obviously Michael Jackson and things like that.
Yeah.
However, I don't know if it's the same for you from Nigeria, but in the UK, when someone used to go to GH, and come back, they'll come back with a VHS with music videos on there.
Yeah, for
music
real.
videos. So like you have a VHS
So you
with
can
music
play.
videos, and it's like 2-3 hours of just straight music.
Watch and play.
Oh, yes.
Congolese.
We used to watch Awilo.
We used to watch
She was still there.
With that, that's where I first got introduced to artists such as Slim Buster, artists such as like Ajitasoa as a dancer. He had music on there, and then like Patty Dance and all that, FBS, Oluman, and that's where I saw like the routines and things like that for Africa. But I always loved the music, but I didn't see it as an official style. Later on is when we got into Azonto. It was hollered at TC and I was like, bro, have you seen this star? I saw it online. I saw people like, Buku Bankum, do you know him?
Kubanku, I've heard
He's a boxer.
Buku Banku boxer.
He's a boxer. He's a boxer. He said that he was the one that invented was it Azonto, and I've seen these videos on YouTube. And I hollered at TC, I called TC, I was in Hertfordshire. I was at uni, and I called TC, I was like, bro, have you seen this dance, bro? And he was like, yeah, bro. I was like, Ghana party, I thought people were doing one little shake leg thing. I said, nah, bro, we got pattern this because this from GH.
Shake leg thing, it was a shake leg.
Yeah.
So yes, I came across that video, Penthouse Azonto,
What year
Quam's
was
Flavor.
2011.
Quam's Flavor, E-Man Chief, those are the pioneers.
I'm going to break mine into two. So firstly, what inspired me, Awilo Lugumba. When I was a child, I watched him on TV every day, 24/7, and I was just like, how do they move like that? I want to learn how to move like that. So that's definitely what inspired me about African dance. But what inspired my group then, CEO Dancers, was we were kind of a mix of everything. So I think I brought the Afro flavor, while Soliat brought the commercial, because Solia was a ballerina, she trained professionally as a dancer, and then Nobile also brought the energy of the South African style as well. So she had a bit of like Vogue background. So for us, we were like a mix of everything, and that's kind of what inspired us.
Were there any other similar dancers around when you started working professionally? If so, who?
Let me comment. Can I comment?
Should I? Okay.
Can I comment this
okay.
one?
Okay,
cool. So in our time, CEO dancers, we had D3, we had GOP.
I wouldn't even say finish.
Wait, let me
Land.
finish. GOP. We had Sherry Silver. Dancers. We had
Unique Silver.
Is it Unique Silver? Unique Silver. Oh my God, yes, Unique Silver. At some point, they became Sherry.
Sherry
was the I think there were so many little, like, smaller groups. I think for me, the difference between a lot of the groups and GOP was, for us, GOP wasn't a brand that mimicked us. It was a brand that I was like, we
were called boys.
No, I didn't even say that. I thought you guys had energy. I thought I had energy until I met these.
We thought you had energy.
But I think they brought a level of technicality that I didn't feel CEO had. CEO had flair and almost marketability, but they had
We were
technique
rough around
like,
edges and raw.
yeah, so that's what the main difference
That's what I was going to touch on, so I'll answer this as well. Were there other similar groups? Definitely the girls. I'll say in terms of the female scene, there were a lot of us then. Well, not a lot, but you know, if you're going to compare it to now. But it was a lot for us anyways. When we started working professionally, if so who? So I'll say all the names you mentioned, definitely yes. I'll say what like distinguish like different groups from each other, especially with us. I did say people call us men, it's because of the energy. Therefore, like we didn't really, you know, succumb to the sexy. We knew we had a look, I guess, but we were more like, and they used to say, "Are you guys?" It's a Red Bull, literally.
We're always the Afro ones.
So we would always cast like maybe if we did something commercial, we'll be the twins. We'll never be the girls.
Can
Do you know what I mean?
say
Yes.
there's this one move that GOP.
I think I know what it is.
Yo, every time.
You say that yes, and she said technicality, and I think that's the word technicality, because we can answer it free, and my niece can still do it.
I know.
Because of the technicality. So we're
I
not,
know.
it looks like we're going with the knee, but we're not. Yeah. But
every time I say drop, my heart will drop. I said wow.
Like her. Okay, but yes, that's it in a nutshell.
Afrodance history.
I think they would just be in the air.
That was equivalent. It was equivalent to when Undertaker chokeslam mankind.
Alright, okay, let's go to Curtis then.
Okay, when we started, there wasn't that many people around. In terms of the area in which we were in. We were like Zonto, we were at certain music videos, and people that were like us, a duo, two guys that could dance. Like the only other people I remember being around were people like KB and Selassie.
But it was still different.
But they were very different to us. Who else was around? PJ Joseph, Jay and Bonks. They came afterwards as well. Afromask.
I heard Afromask was PPV.
Yeah, it was.
Did you guys know? Yeah.
Sometimes. E-Man was Chief was
Yeah.
Afromask first. When
Right.
he stopped, Alex had to jump
Take
in.
over. Okay. That's why he's such a sick videographer.
Selassie had to do it a few times because the original girl had also stopped.
Right.
Who
Who
was
was
the
the original?
original?
Yeah.
Her name is, I'm going to get it wrong, so I'm not going to say what.
Okay.
There was a girl before Selassie had to jump in because their timelines, Selassie jumped in and for a while, it was Selassie for a while.
Okay.
And then it was never KB because he didn't have to.
Yeah, cool. This is the same for you, yeah? With Curtis?
Yeah, in terms
and the
of
boys,
run,
right?
Okay,
cool.
There's those sort of people that are around us,
Right,
Yeah,
for me, I mean, I was just a statistic of like, just obviously a growing scene at the time, so I wasn't really a part of a group like that. I mean, I had a group when I was at uni called Triple Fusion, which like, it wasn't like professional like that, like we're just doing small bookings here and there, but like, from the time where I actually started doing professional jobs, like I was one of a growing group, and eventually when I joined Film Fam, in terms of like other groups around that time, can you lot remember maybe like 2018 other groups that were like around? I don't know.
No, I think it was for Afro. There was a very small group, and
For
you would
males
see-
especially.
and you would see literally everybody at the O2. If you were not O2,
That was the only venue.
was our home.
Indigo.
O2 Indigo. If you were not there, you were
Who
not
are
there.
you?
Who are you?
There
In
you
the
go.
dance industry. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What was your first job on the scene and how did you get it? Statements. Boom Boom Ta video shoot.
Is that the same?
Yeah, Boom Boom Ta.
Okay, cool. Ez?
It's a Coco concert that was happening, but not the band one. There was a Bigiano concert, and this was when CEO wasn't called CEO; it was called Coco Dancers.
Oh wow.
Back then.
That sounds so
Cool.
spicy.
And the video is still on YouTube.
Okay.
Coco Dancers had their first booking, and I can tell you they paid us £200. I can tell you everything.
That's good.
That's actually good.
No, because me, I was even shaking my lips to say 200 because I thought it was much.
It was a lot. Okay, and you did it. We stand. For me?
I think our first job was with Arise. This was in 2011, but I can't remember what.
Arise?
Yeah.
It was O2?
Yeah.
Supporting acts when there's nobody in the audience.
O2 Indigo, but I just can't remember.
Okay, Arise. I think
was
it was
headlining that
Caesar.
show.
I don't remember my first paid job. I remember my first unpaid job.
Okay, yeah.
I
Well,
would say
most
that
of them didn't want to pay
It
anyway.
was NSG job.
Okay.
You know, I fell in love with Anita.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
speak down.
energy. Yeah.
it's just-
One simple advice advice or rule?
Advice?
Shut up.
All right, Tommy, let us hear.
Okay, so what was your experience like on your first Afrobeat job? So the first experience was when I think it was the Arise one.
Yeah,
No, I'm going to talk about the Arise one. This was when our first
Indigo,
time
right?
performing at Indigo 02. The experience was
The
kind of
ghetto.
interesting.
The ghetto.
Yes. Backstage, there was no space.
There was no backstage.
there was no backstage. Our
Cannot
changing
be.
room was in the toilet.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
Yeah. So after we finished performing, they chopped us out.
Yeah.
So
In the rain.
It wasn't great. But,
Yeah. The conditions were not
The conditions
fantastic.
was not
It was
bad.
like the trenches. It wasn't nice.
Really?
The only good thing was, oh my god, we were dancing on stage. We had this opportunity to, to do this, and you kind of forget the madness
You
until you
forget
come on
every
stage. Yeah.
It was Boom Boom Time video shoot. I remember it was in Bermondsey, in some warehouse behind Bermondsey Station. I think JLS were doing their music video at the same time as when we were shooting. It was an amazing experience because in terms of our dance career, we had been dancing for so long beforehand. So we were dancers. However, within the Azonto and the Afro scene, this is fresh. This is like the first this was like, it felt like the first link up of a music video. And what happened was me and TC came through with our boy, we met Blacks there, and Blacks was there as well. We came through and it was like, they're here. That's what people kept on saying. Everyone was like, oh, they're here. They're actually here. Oh, say swear. And there was some grapevine like whispers about us, and we were just like, look, we're just coming here, come to shake a leg.
But I've seen you
TC was unrelated to Silver, but TC was very close to Silver because of church and everything like that. But we're just thinking, what's going on here? Everyone's like, oh, can't believe these men are here, because everyone had seen us in the column video, our own video, and people were like, raw, like. And we were also known in the uni circuit because obviously, as well as O2 being one of the biggest spots,
the uni was
Hertfordshire. Like if you really know Hertfordshire, certain places like DMU and all that, the uni circuit was huge for the Afrobeat scene.
Yeah.
And if you are Afrocentric, then you know what I'm going. You know what I mean? That's where people like Neptunes or all of these, like people. This is where it really got cracking. Like Afrocentric. So in the dance, people used to know that, Charlie, if you want, I'm gonna give you rounds. If you're not careful, we're gonna give you rounds. For that forum there, we go give them. So there was already a buzz and an energy, and we went to the shoot, and everyone was like, couldn't wait to see us actually dance. And that fueled us because we came from a battle mentality anyway. We came from the hip hop scene. So as soon as the lights came on, and it was like shoot, we were just like
go.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. At least someone had a positive experience. Let's go.
Actually, ours was actually quite positive. I think for CEO, whenever we did our shows, it was very positive. We were celebrities. But whenever we danced back up, you see, when you're not the artist. They start looking at you with K-leg. So I definitely say our first show, that Vigiano. The Vigiano.
This is your show.
This is our first show, the £200 one.
Okay. do
because we had do you know what? It's so important to name that because a lot of people think like you're this person now, you've blown and all of that. They don't forget where you start. And literally, we didn't know what we were doing. We were just 4 girls having fun at this point when we were 4 girls.
Oh, you were 4 girls. That's
we were 4 girls, and Soliat wasn't even in the group.
Man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Soliat was a
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's story.
Wow.
It's in the child for real.
And Soliat used to be a fan of Coco dancers.
Oh,
That is how we met.
That.
It's definitely
I love
It's
that.
so
Yeah.
And we met at one of our concerts. Digressing. One of the concerts that we Coco dancers were performing, so I came to watch, and Sonia bumped into me in the toilets and said, "Oh, I really love you guys." So when one of the girls, and you know, Sonia looks like a dancer, like you can look at her body, you're like, you dance, and we swapped Facebook or something. When Facebook was something. on Facebook and YouTube. You know, we swapped Facebook contacts, and when one of the girls left, we called Soliat. That's how Soliat joined the group, and we renamed the group CEO. That's literally how we formed.
Okay.
Yeah, so that show was fantastic. We were literally treated like princesses. Drinks backstage. What do you need? And people came to watch us. Like they were like that video, those girls, the video. So it's like the same feeling. You feel like
you're somebody.
You're coming on stage.
I've made it.
Don't tell that to my mother. She'll tell you go and wash plates.
They humble you real quick.
For me, because again, like my first sort of like experience was like doing music videos. So it was, for me, it was pretty chill. Like, because when I first kind of started dancing, it was very much just led by vibes. It was just like, it wasn't really, I didn't do it for the money or anything like that. So I was okay with doing unpaid stuff and kind of getting more experience in that sense. And roughly around the time when I actually started dancing, I was still doing athletics as well. So like I wasn't really that invested. It was kind of just like a pastime until eventually when I dropped athletics, I was spending more time doing dance. So yeah, doing like music videos here and there and stuff. For me, it was pretty chill. I was just like, yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be here, kind of thing. So yeah, eventually, obviously, that changed. But yeah.
All right, thank you. Next.
What popular dances do you remember from when you first started?
Okay. Me, teacher. Go on, guys.
Smash and Blow, Wole Monk. And Wole Monk.
What is that?
Wole Monk.
Explain.
Yep.
Smash and Blow.
Oh yeah.
Wole Monk.
Yeah, I remember that.
If you remember 2010 World Cup in South Africa, Ghana getting to the quarterfinals, being knocked out by Argentina. But Ghana's run.
Remembers. I do not remember.
But Ghana's run in the World Cup, if you remember a player called Asamoah Gyan.
Nope.
His celebrations when he used to score a goal.
Right, okay. Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
He'll do flex on them.
Hey, so that was an old group.
It's old. It's old.
Oh, you just said that.
But it's old as
It's
But it's
old.
still
I can show you footage of it.
Mad.
Him doing it on the football
I
field.
need to tell him he lied to me. Okay, for me.
It was, I think it was Kukere. No, sorry, Etigi.
Etigi, yeah.
Hey, I'm about to call you Kukere.
Sorry.
Kukere was when the song was popular.
Okay, Etigi.
Well, Etigi is
Eight.
That move was stuck in
Okay.
there.
I know, right?
Jesus.
Chokehold.
Every single
That
time.
was Afro female dances 101.
See, or did that
You now have to pick it up.
All right, sorry, Johnny.
Yeah, around the time.
Oh yeah. Popular dance. Wait, Johnny.
Yeah, around the time that I started, I think Al Qaeda was coming through. Like,
Al
Qaeda was coming through.
Okay, cool.
And when we say Al Qaeda, we mean obviously
Show us.
the dance move. This one. You got the obviously evolved from the whole horizontal stuff. But like when I started doing it professionally, I think like the Nigerian dancers are coming through, so like leg work. So around 2018.
Cool. That's all recent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think for me, I just remember Kachu because we had this crazy obsession with Congolese
dances
back then.
Was happening
Yeah.
anyway. It's
Yeah.
happening in dance,
I would
regardless.
also say honourable mention to Afro House.
Okay.
And like Abli and Utuk. And honourable mention to Logobi. Because remember early days, me and TC used to send videos to each other of Logobi.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. Next. Second.
Shoki, second, network.
Yeah, that was really old.
Guara,
Guara was the old one.
Zanku,
Bushiano, and people forget Bushiano is like is so
that's old.
Exactly, because that's from
that's
You Go Kill Me. That at the end of it, Bushiano, Bushiano,
They kind of call it a Qaeda phrase now, but it's not.
It came out underneath Al Qaeda.
Yeah. That's why they put it on the umbrella.
Choman. At first, it was Dancehall King. Shut down movement.
A lot of Ghanaian dances had names. We just used to do.
No, but
I
I feel like
Nigerian
Nigerian
Not at the time.
Like, even now saying it, like,
now they do.
they're just empty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We had Galala.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah, that was Atlanta.
Yeah.
Swa.
Yeah.
I think they made it more of a thing to name things.
Yeah, to name things now. And I think that's a good idea. Because, child.
Now we got Hella.
Hella.
Vocabulary is important.
Yahoo.
I think Nigerians, we never really had like moves. It was just
That's what I'm
swag.
saying, yeah.
We were just swag on the shots. We were
We'll just add on to all the basic questions.
Yeah, that's Atlanta. Yeah.
How were things behind the scenes and off stage? How was the mentality?
Ez?
Okay. Behind the scenes, gosh, would you prefer me to talk about us as backup or us as a brand, like as performers?
I'll say back up because that's what we saw a lot at first in those big platforms. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think us behind the scenes was very difficult. I think especially when the scene started getting, I would say this word, crowded. Once there was so many people, and I think in the crowdedness, not even in a negative way, it was just there wasn't space to cater for all these people when you haven't even catered for group 1 and group 2. You now have groups 7, 8, 9 in one space, and I could just feeling tight, claustrophobic, not even cared for. They wouldn't cater for food, things like that. So I think it was very, behind the scenes for us was very challenging backstage, and we just had to think on our feet on how we need to be more of the artist, dance artist, than being backup dancers, and I think that helped us get into a better mentality.
Facts.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
I would say the same. I'll say the same. Yeah. Me and Kay come from a dance background already. We already had dance etiquette and how to be professional. So when we jumped in the space of Afro and being Afro jobs and shows and backstage, it was like a lot of it was a hot mess sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
Unorganized.
It is.
And anything that mattered was the artist.
Yeah.
Everyone else underneath that didn't matter.
At
So
all.
again, changing rooms to sit, have your change, like just clothes, put stuff down, food, water, drink. Even having your
Call time
on stage, all that wasn't really a thing. Even video shoots, even that wasn't organised as well as it could be. So I think for us it was like, again, getting to that mindset of we know what we're doing as dance artists through our own experience. So we got to just do our thing the best we can and help these guys learn how to treat us in that
In a better light,
In the background in general, behind the scenes in general, I feel like a lot of our work was because we had some experience. A lot of people were looking to us to verify certain things for them.
Yeah.
Like we've gone to shows where the artist doesn't even have a lighting technician, so the show's not lit, and then we're there like trying to give them advice on light. So there were so many, just in terms of like
Who dance in the dark?
No, but just in terms of like how to hold yourself and all of that.
Yeah, you were doing more than dancing.
When people want to be divas, it's like when it's game time. You need to look. You need to keep going. Like at video shoots, being able to just be like, "Are we going? Are you ready? We'll go." So we make sure we can get a video shoot done in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because we're ready to just keep on going. We've got tissue on the side. We're dabbing off. We're going. Rather than being a diva. We weren't doing any of that. We were literally working really hard. And we kind of like people that were working with us. It was rubbing off on those people. People were asking us for advice and all that because we had been dancing.
But a lot of times dancers have to also pick up the slack, and I feel like a lot of times we're like the bottom of the barrel. Like everybody will have their changing room. Oh, this person's paid this much. Okay, where's the dancers? It's gone from presidents to like
Big
before we
facts.
get our money. So
that's when we learned how to say no then.
Literally.
That's where everyone, I felt like everyone has gone through that experience where it was just like, it's fine.
It's
and
okay.
Then the artists feel it because they'll go and use, some of them will go and use people that, okay, we can't get people, so we're going to use these. But what happens when you do that?
Let's go and spin a spade.
They did this. Came back to the conversation.
It probably happens in every scene. It probably happens in every dance
happens
scene.
in every
But what we're just trying to put that out is that when that took place, some of them were burning because they were like, because I didn't get the same energy as I would have got with these people. But it was fine because we ensured that we all still ate. And then that's what I think changed the dynamic in terms of the artists, and that's what I think that is led to what we've got now. Back then, did you picture / imagine you'll be here now? And did you have a plan? All right, so I feel like when we first started, it was just, I feel like it was just like we couldn't let a dance from Ghana become popular without us being involved. That's what I felt like. It felt like we were from Ghana. We was like, nah, this is us. This is our culture. We need to like vibes with it. But we were already dancing anyway. In terms of me thinking that we'll be here right now, at first, no, because I didn't believe that we'll just have that opportunity to work the way we're working, travel the way we're traveling, inspire. But I think the turning point for me was, I think it was definitely after Antenna, when I was speaking to people back home in Ghana, and they're telling us how we are helping to motivate them in Ghana to actually bring the dance to the forefront. We speak to some of these OGs and they're like, if it wasn't for us doing what we were doing, Azonto wouldn't have had its big appeal. Therefore, they wouldn't still be able to have an energy to want to keep dancing those dance styles, which then allowed them to gain their own popularity, which they then springboarded off. And now you've got celebrities in Ghana that are dancers and all of that. But before, it wasn't even a thing. So I feel like that's where I knew that, you know what, this is bigger than just us. This is about having a legacy. It's part of the reason why we started to then create Home Fam and Home Nation, because it's not just about me and TC. We don't do this to be the best in the world. That's nothing. It's never what we wanted to do. It's about doing what we can do for the scene and then passing it on to the next generation and hopefully giving them the tools to learn even more than us and go to another level, which maybe we've never been able to achieve, and then see how that keeps on going, because this is our culture on its back as well. It's not just superficial. It's not just we just want to be nice. Nah, it's way bigger than that. So I feel like that's what I'm about anyway.
Lovely. Cool. Thank you, Kate.
For me, I'm exactly where I saw myself, how I planned it, how I laid it out, how I presented it. I'm one of those people. I fell into dance accidentally as a profession. I wanted to be an investment banker. I wanted to be in the corporate world.
Cash madam.
Very much so. So for me, dance was something I did for fun and I loved it. So it wasn't a career. And I've always actually had that at the back of my mind. In terms of Fumy had mentioned about parenting and having kids. I was just not the person to take my child in my head, going to a rehearsal studio with my baby. Like, it's just not me. I also wanted to be a very present parent in terms of picking up my child from school at 3 o'clock and stuff like that. And I knew that from when I was even 23, 24, 25, that's the kind of person I wanted to be. So I had a plan all the time. Even before I studied dance, I made a presentation to my parents on how I would make dance make money. And that's how I went into it as a business. And in that mindset, I worked like a business. People will go to rehearsal at 12, I'll start at 9 o'clock because someone in the bank is starting at 9. I'm going to start my rehearsal at 9. I'm going to be there till 6 o'clock because that's how professionals are doing it. And if I want to make this work, I have to work like a professional. And so that's kind of how I saw it. At 25, I'm 32 now. So at 25, I knew I had a very short period of time that I wanted to spend in dance, which was only 5 years. And I've already done 3 years already. So I said, this next 2 years, I want to spend figuring out how I want to wind down. So how I started going into opening my companies and us agency, how I started passing on the jobs, not me doing it, changing from being the dancer to the choreographer to the director. If you see every step, I'm trying to pull back, but still have an influence. I feel like not everyone is catered to be in the spotlight. I feel like my influence and where I can make a difference is really on the business side, which a lot of people overlook, but plays a vital role in the space. I am blessed to be where I am at the point I want to be. I wish I could be better, but I feel like there are things in the industry that hinder the growth of the business that makes it difficult, but I'm a hustler. We'll get there. So yeah, I am where I want to be.
I love it. Outside of dance, who, what, and where could you find pushing Afrobeat culture forward? Music, fashion, art.
I would say, from being in the scene for such a long time, I would say comedians, African comedians. I feel like a lot of them push the culture and they push the understanding. Fashion designers. So let's look at even things like brands like Daily Paper right now. Daily Paper can be worn alongside high-end fashion and people will class it in the same energy because we want to rep Daily Paper, an Afrocentric brand like Daily Paper. You got people within like the fashion industry like Ibrahim Kamara, who's at Off-White, taking over for Virgil. I think fashion, definitely, you've got loads of amazing brands and artists that are really Afrocentric, like Free the Youth, as a brand, really pushing the African culture. So it's more so, I feel like what's happened now, where before it was spearheaded by the music, we're now getting more breadth to it. So it's not just the music, you know what I mean, from comedy to fashion to dance to all sorts. But I'll leave some for other people to say.
I think DJs.
Yeah.
I think DJs are one of the biggest catalysts, full stop, because they were the one pumping the music where it wasn't meant to be played. And when it started getting played in certain places, it gave us space to do what we wanted to do in those spaces. And then tying that to the shows, it then obviously brings in dancers, artists, blah blah blah. DJs, a lot of the ones that were playing at clubs before the scene was even generated. So like something like NW10 was out before Afrobeats was even a thing in O2 or Hammersmith. They were playing in Northwest London. At the Shopee radio host, from the Shopee to DJ Edu, to them guys are going even further back than that. So I think them guys hold a lot of weight in terms of pushing the industry. Radio and DJs.
Definitely. Right now, if you was to base it on
directors, film was it people that are filming.
Films as well.
Films, actors,
like now,
the Tom Ritchies, the Idris Elba being from Ghana. It feels like even with the energy of Africa, he's now resonated so much more with Africa as a performer, where before when he was doing his more so The Wire days, you didn't really see that. You saw more of the London in him. But now you're seeing way more of the African in him, which is amazing.
I would also add festivals. I feel like international festivals have really gone, like now I've just seen loads of them, and it's just literally so I would definitely say festivals are adding to influencing and impacting.
I was in a similar way with the whole DJs and producers, because generally speaking, like they do a lot in terms of like party culture and social culture as well, like for in terms of like especially pushing dance, like and like connecting with dancers, like it's very they build a relationship. It's not just they just do what they do, but they build a relationship. Actually care about, dancers they're not really respected by other things. So
and they make it seem they need us, which they do.
Sorry, as well, and probably media promoters as well.
All the PR event guys, management, and organise the party, them guys.
Organisers,
Sorry, I feel like even like the big one which we're missing is just the people.
That's what's
like literally the people, the consumers. You have to remember, the UK Afrobeat scene would not have been a fraction of what it was if it wasn't for the university scene. At that time. It was the
and there were always uni events going on back then.
University scene that was booking a lot of these artists to come to the UK for their first time. Afro-Caribbean societies were the ones that brought
Big Clash.
That
event itself.
I was going to mention Big Clash,
actually very much on his side, social media.
Of course.
That is a heavy catalyst. That is the catalyst.
Right now, it's catalyst.
This is what actually
but it's by the people. So let's say, for example, if the people didn't enjoy that music, social media wouldn't want to push it. Is what they see is the origin before. So it's the people that are influencing them companies to want to market it.
Okay, cool. And just wrapping it up, so outside of dance, just for me anyways, I'll just say the music, because the music is what you listen to. The music is what gets you, oh my god, what is that? I want to know what genre is that, and then you can do your research and whatnot. For now anyways, it's the music that is driving it, and the artists and all the platforms that they're performing in now that we never thought we'd see any of us like even breathe in, So the Burners, the Wiz, the Davidos.
I thought you were scary, but you haven't come anywhere to see, man.
But some of our jobs can literally go out and not even a single person that trains is in it, and they're just all females that look great.
Like if you don't like shopping in Primark, you go to Zara. Absolutely bonkers. Quote me.